Hi, LiamFraser, presenting my final video submission as part of my final project in the RMIT Developing Blockchain Strategy course. Today I'm presenting a private blockchain for the IT service management within an enterprise. I'm presenting as the project lead for a managed service provider, and I'm presenting to my capital review board, seeking funding for the development of the platform and indeed for a proof of concept. The audience that I'm presenting to are IT executives, so they've got a high level of understanding of technology, maybe not so much on blockchain. Okay, thanks for joining everyone. As you know, I've had a project team working for the last several weeks on developing a private blockchain for our IT service management environment. Today I'm coming back to present the findings of the work of this group and indeed to seek funding request for the development of this private blockchain and to lead to a proof of concept, which we'll elaborate on later in the session. What I thought I'd do is just start with going back to basics and make sure everyone is on the same page about what a blockchain is, which is a distributed ledger operating across a network of computers. The beauty of a blockchain is that it requires no intermediary and the data is updated in an irrefutable way, meaning that it's not only always accurate, but it can't be tampered with and is therefore highly trusted and reliable. A couple of things that are really critical to the project I'm going to discuss to you today. A blockchain can be public, like a digital currency like Bitcoin, or as defined for our project here today, the recommendation is for a private blockchain where it's limited to a known number of parties that operate within the ecosystem, where the identity and trust of those parties is already established. I think this quote is really relevant for the blockchain that we're talking about today. The blockchain does one thing. It replaces third-party trust with mathematical proof that something has happened. And that's from Adam Draper. So what is the problem that we're solving for today? Our existing configuration management databases that are central to the IT service management experience within the enterprise are inherently fraught with inaccurate data. That's because they're not syndicated, there's multiple versions of these CMDBs that operate within the ecosystem. There's multiple changes that are taking place across multiple parties. And as the service provider to the customer, that creates great risk for us in how we deliver on the service experience to our customer. But moreover, the risk to the customer themselves is really significant. Operationally, because they're getting a poor experience because the assets are just not simply accurately held within that database, or a greater risk around poor record of those assets, be them hardware or software, where, for example, a software may not be accurately patched and could be susceptible to cyber risk. So it's really critical that these CMDBs are held really accurate with absolutely contemporary information across any change that's happening. So we believe that the private ITSM blockchain will autonomously syndicate all the assets within the ecosystem, ensuring irrefutable accuracy and transforming the IT service management experience. So our aim is to create a frictionless IT asset platform that revolutionises the enterprise IT service management experience. It will create a private ITSM blockchain, allowing our organisation to better service our customers and any other service providers and vendor partners within the ecosystem to maintain an autonomous and accurate, trusted record of all IT assets, hardware and software, and the relationship between them across the whole IT service management asset lifecycle. As you can see with this diagram, we'll solve the problem by deploying the blockchain in the IT ecosystem, integrating all of the existing IT assets into the chain and then onboarding the partners. The blockchain will also integrate into any ITSM platforms such as ServiceNow as it's shown in the diagram here, as well as any other monitoring platforms that may exist within the environment. And then the blockchain will autonomously syndicate all the assets in the ecosystem, ensuring that ongoing irrefutable accuracy and transforming the service management experience. We're recommending a proof of concept using an established third-party platform from Quarter because it's got some great tool sets. It will come with the level of support we'll need for a scaled enterprise version. We recommend a proof of concept with 3 partners, ourselves, the customer of course, and 1 hardware provider such as Cisco. We'd look to do a 90-day sprint, and we've got 5 key KPIs that we're seeking to measure through that proof of concept. The value proposition that we'll establish and prove through the proof of concept will be frictionless ITSM, will demonstrate improvement to cost, will demonstrate a significantly increased trust amongst the parties within the ecosystem, and of course we're seeking to establish a much greater level of security in the operation of the IT ecosystem. So moving on to the decisions and the next steps. So the decision sought today is to agree to the private blockchain concept, to commit funding for the development of the core platform development, and then to commit the funding for the proof of concept with that one partner and the customer. And then on the conclusion of the proof of concept, we'll return to this forum for further decision making on a full-scale production release and go-to-market plan. Love to take any questions you have now. Thank you very much for your time.